Hi. I've spent a lot of time thinking too hard on what I wanted to say for this video. Going draft after draft, film after film, and feeling like nothing was perfect enough. And honestly, that pretty much sums up my 2025. Starting and stopping things, convincing myself that I wasn't good enough to continue, and starting a new year feels like a fresh start. A chance to pick up things you've been putting off all year, a chance to start a new hobby and setting goals for yourself. That is until New Year starts and you find yourself suddenly stuck again like last year. I've been thinking a lot of what it means to feel stuck and why. 2025 had many ups and downs. I found myself constantly wanting to try out new hobbies and activities in the creative field, but there was always a voice saying, "You're not good enough. No one will care. Why bother if someone has already done it and done it better?" The voice inside. My first love is theater, but like many people know, the acting industry is very unpredictable. Many actors like myself often need to find that survival job. Having been unemployed for a while, I tried looking for other fields to work in. Growing up, I had a love for filming and editing videos. I did a lot of it on my free time. After a lot of thought, I decided to start my YouTube journey, wanting to fulfill my creative visions. I often find myself inspired by so many other creatives and wanting to create something of my own. But when I see someone has made a creative choice that I've always wanted to do, that voice comes back. My head started spiraling again, and I told my husband about other creators that have beaten me to an idea that I had. He looked at me and said, if a chef wanted to bake a cake, would it make sense for him to not bake it because someone else has already created and baked it? Perspective. Honestly, I had no response. It may sound a little silly, but it puts things into perspective. If someone dreamed of wanting to start a flower business, would it make sense for them to give it all up just because there are plenty of other flower businesses in town? I think it's a way for our brains to come up with many excuses not to start something. But the reality is, there are millions of reasons not to start something. So I decided to put all my negative thoughts behind me and just do it, even if it wasn't perfect. The new year can be a scary but exciting time. Although not many of us follow through with our New Year goals, one thing to remember is that goals give our life direction. I've been reading a book titled The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, and she asks some questions that really stuck with me. The first question is, what would you like to have happen in your life this year? Not what you think you should want, but what do you genuinely want? Number 2, what would you like to do to accomplish? Many people think that accomplishments are only meant to be huge, social media worthy, but this couldn't be farther from the truth. No matter how big or small it can be, an accomplishment is still an accomplishment. Number 3, what particular areas of growth would you like to have happen to you? Growth comes in all forms, and the journey for it could be a little messy. But the goal is to be a better version of yourself that you are proud of. These questions aren't meant to pressure you. They're meant to give your life direction, not control it. Finding direction. For me, finding direction looks like going on walks without a destination in mind. I like listening to music while walking and just genuinely being next to my husband. Or I draw my sketchbook, even if I have no idea what to draw. It creates a relaxing environment and is especially helpful if you're like me and you live in a fast-paced environment like the city. Another thing I do is journal. I know for some, it can be hard to find consistency. I struggle myself. But even doing so once a week can help organize your thoughts. Writing down what you're grateful for is one of the best practices you can do for yourself when life feels a bit chaotic. Remember when I said I was thinking too hard on what to do or what to say for this video? Well, this time, I just hit upload. Not because it's perfect or because no one has ever made a video like this, but it's because I decided to create something that genuinely makes me happy and that I enjoy the process of. I'm learning that feeling stuck isn't permanent. It's just your brain's way of protecting you from the scary possibility that you might actually succeed. It's not about being good or the best at any activity that you decide to start or continue. It's about giving yourself permission to just simply be human without a voice telling you that you're not good enough. So the question is, what have you been putting off the whole year? And what's stopping you? And what if you did it? Let me know in the comments what you guys are planning on working on for this year and what your goals are. Thank you so much for watching.